Oh, Stephanie, grab a seat, yeah? Oh, my bad. You see my misperception.
Mind chatter.
Mind chatter.
Yeah.
Okay. So awesome first. And that was an intro.
Dude, that was the intro.
That was the intro.
Guys, hold on.
So one of the things, when I was speaking with Gabriel, and I found myself using language that was very contradictive and also very victim-y. And so one of the things that I kind of came across through some of the training was mental resistance. And so I just put what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a couple bullet points on, hey Juan, we're going to go over just some bullet points on mental resistance when it comes to what the brain looks like. Yeah. It's off. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to look at, guys, what your brain looks like when it's stressed. Okay. And when it's not stressed. And it's just a visual, don't let your misperception think that I'm, anything else. It's just a visual. So here we go. Mental resistance. It is well known that stress can harm the brain's ability to form new memories. Okay? So when you're stressed, you're not forming new positive memories. What you're doing is you're going against yourself, even from the standpoint of having homeostasis, meaning that you're biologically, you're imbalanced. The stress is causing that. So you being able to recall existing and new memories is going to be tough, right? You guys have been in situations that are stressful and it's tough to make decisions, right? It's tough to make, let me just say, wise decisions.
Or when you feel good about.
Oh yeah, or ones you feel good about. Okay? And what it does, guys, is it shrinks your neurons. Okay? So now, neurons are basically the atoms of your brain, okay? Of your thoughts, in fact. Okay, it's electrical charges. These are neurons. So what happens if you have these neurons that are firing when you're in a good mood, because you feel that way, right? You create a state. Well, what does it do how do you feel when when you're in stress mode? They're firing in a different way, but they're also shrinking, guys. Okay, so something's happening in your brain. We're going to be able to see that. Stress, anxiety, or any mental resistance to negative perceptions causes extreme focus. Extreme focus, however, it's you focusing on what you don't want. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You are literally, guys, reshaping your brain by programming. You're programming it to what you call behavior. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So getting in these stressful situations, this is what happens, guys. And I'm going to show you something that I learned about the frontal lobes. It was really cool because when I was going through a depressing state, I was trying to figure out how to get myself out of my emotions, right? Like I'm always in my emotions. And when I'm not mad, I'm happy. When I'm not happy, I'm sad. So I'm happy, sad, mad. Happy, sad, mad. Sometimes more mad, sometimes more sad, sometimes more happy. What's going on? How do I stop this? Just from learning how my brain works. Well, let's check this out. The frontal lobes, okay, prefrontal cortex, those are involved in your motor, function, problem solving, spontaneity, memory, language, initiation, judgment, impulse control, social and sexual behavior.
Hello.
Okay, your prefrontal lobes. Okay, so this is what's going to get you into thinking, okay, and taking action. So the other part of this is that we have an amygdala. And the amygdala, guys, is the driver of your emotional brain.
Hello.
Okay? What can happen when you are in a stressful situation, okay, is that your amygdala, let's call it, the amygdala acts up. Basically what it's called is an amygdala hijack, where it takes your emotional brain, takes over your thinking brain. You're not thinking. You've heard this, you've told other people, you've been told, hey, you're not thinking straight. Right? You're having an amygdala hijack. You've been hijacked by your emotions, and now you're into your reptile brain. So whatever choice you're going to make, it's just going to be emotional and
survival. At the worst.
At the worst. So here's a brain scan real quick. If we were to look at it, you have your prefrontal cortex, right, just shooting shooting the neurons, right? It's tight control of thoughts, emotions, and actions, right? This is the flow state, okay? What happens when there's stress is you have weaker control of your thoughts. And if you have weak control of your thoughts, you have weak control of your emotions.
I like the little arrows how they're pointing everywhere.
And
you see how this one goes through, right? And then these, like, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
Because, like, right now you make a choice, and then 2 minutes later, like, oh, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then you make another choice, right? So that makes sense. Like, geez, that's literally happening in your brain when you thinking.
So this is just what's happening here. That's not even including the words you're speaking.
This is just a thought process.
This is just a scan, or I'm just giving you information on what's happening, not what is actually reality for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you're doing this, your frontal lobes, we get to come up with ways to tap into the frontal lobe, right? And part of that is, as Gabriel was saying, is it's a matter of being. You got to be a certain way to get yourself there. And you got to be aware. Your awareness is key. If you're not aware that your amygdala has been hijacked, that you're having an emotion, that you yourself are having the emotional breakdown, then you're not going to get yourself into a place.
You stay in resistance.
You stay in resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening is when you're staying in resistance, you're causing stress on your brain. Your neurons are shrinking. You're not able to create the memories you actually want.
Yeah, you keep creating the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's resistance persists, acceptance transforms. So what you resist persists, that's why we're always stressed, because we're resisting our lives, we're resisting ourselves, we're resisting what we think, we're resisting all of us. We're resisting our parents, our spouses. We don't think, we think they're just assholes and dicks, but in reality, it's you resisting yourself. Therefore, I'm going to resist everyone else around me. Not all the time, but just as soon as you annoy me, I'm going to resist you. But because you're in resisting program, you're always creating the same thing over and over. That's why I found myself for a long time saying, again? I'm here again? What the hell? I worked so hard this time. It was so different. Because I'm resisting. And it's not that you're resisting situations. Those are flags for you to tell yourself you're resisting yourself. In other words, I'm doing something a certain way, but I'm not completely convinced that this is the right way.
And so what happens is there's the motive, right? The traitor motive, where you become a traitor to yourself and you believe that. And so you act in such a way, which we talked about how all of that, those values, beliefs, all those files become our behavior, which look at what it does. So if you're looking at the amygdala hijack, so it flares, guys. It takes over. You've been in situations where you're just pissed or you're super sad. In my case, where I felt like I was dying. I gave myself shingles. My nervous system was shutting down.
That's very true.
All over thoughts. Over thoughts. Over thoughts.
My life. That's
and then learning this, I'm like, oh, okay, hold on, no. I'm doing it to myself. How can I be doing it to myself?
Yeah. She really said that to me.
Yeah, this really did happen.
Yeah.
And all along for a year, 2 years, just reliving it until my nervous system started shutting down on me.
Yeah, the AI, you are created to always try to change the past and always worry about the future. And we never are in the moment. And in the moment is where the power is, because what you are in the moment where you're saying, this moment is perfect right now. And when you start in that state, now you're releasing stress because you're not making your life wrong. You're saying, no, my life is like this because based on who I am, this is what I created. So I'm not going to talk shit about my life no more. Because if I do, I'm talking about myself. Therefore, I'm resisting. And what I'm resisting is myself. Therefore, I keep creating more resistance. More resistance. Everything that's happening to you is created by you. In other words, I cannot control what Abraham is going to do, but I can control how I'm going to feel, who I'm going to be while he's doing a certain thing. But if I resist him and I want to fight with him, what I'm saying is, Gabriel, everything that he's saying by you, even though it's not true, defend yourself. If it is not true, why am I defending myself? If you're defending yourself, then he's telling you a truth that you believe about yourself. You just chose him to show up that day to tell you that. See, you think he showed up to be a dick to you that day. No, you created a universe somehow for him to show up, to say some words to you so you can show yourself who you're being. In other words, I'm being a little bitch because he said, hey, you suck. And I don't suck, man. I'm going to show you I don't suck, man. I'm going to fucking stab you in the neck and show you I don't suck. Especially if it's a loved one. Those hurt the most. Yeah?
It can be that extreme. But you guys get the point, right? So unstressed and stressed. Let's go into the next section. And also,
But there's a way to get out. We're going to show you at the end how you can be here and less here. Okay? There's a way. You might not want to like it, but you're good. There's a way.
And so here's what happens. This very simple, guys. This little brain thing here is cool. I like it because mental resistance promotes paradoxical opposing behavior.
You see, I don't want people to give me a hard time, and all you do is have a hard time with people.
Yeah.
No.
Not only that. Not only
I don't want
that.
people to take advantage of me, and everybody you do business with is taking advantage of me.
But keep going though. Keep going though. I don't want this experience for myself, but I keep having that experience. I don't want this relationship, but I keep having this relationship. I don't want this kind of client, but I keep having this kind of client. Okay, well, what's happening is there's a resistance somewhere. There's a resistance to what you have to be to get that other client, to get that other price point. It's you. And what happens though is like, I want this. On one hand, I want it so bad. I want this relationship to work so bad. And I wish you were dead.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're creating mental resistance. You're letting your amygdala to get hijacked scientifically, in those terms, but also it's who you're being. And that's what we're going to touch in.
Remember awareness this morning? Awareness is your superpower against that. Okay. Awareness is showing you, hey, you're hijacked. Your amygdala has been hijacked, and don't let the amygdala run out, because if it runs, you're going to create an experience and you're going to feel like shit at the end.
Fight or flight.
At the end, during the conversation, you might feel good, right? Like, fuck yeah, I told his ass. But when you're done, you're going to feel like, fuck. ¿Por qué le dije tan feo?
So what ends up happening, guys?
He deserved it, but
but check it out. Let's even just go basic. Let's go basic, okay? When all of this is happening, because it's happening in milliseconds, right?
Yes.
We're describing it as if it's a movie. Okay, but it's happening in instants. What ends up happening with you is that you avoid difficult tasks. You won't do them. You don't want to do difficult tasks. You're not going to go and get ready for your meeting, right? And put together a presentation, where you can get a listing or check chat GPT or learn a new software, something that's going to help your business. You're not going to do that. That's a difficult task. Right now, I'm just going to imagine how I would have beat this. Oh man, if they would have said that to my face, that's what I'm going to think about.
Or two, we think about the future of how we want to be, but we never take the action to do it.
And
that was me for a minute time. I thought I was taking the action, but I wasn't. I was a dreamer. I was always dreaming of my future better. And I like going to the future. But then when I came back to the present, I was so in the future so long that I forgot to live now, to go do what I needed to do to live my future. Because it was better to be in the future than me accept my reality. Even though my reality was good, but my mind says, nah, the future looks better. So you have awareness shows you how you function, so you can see the patterns and how you work, so you can use them to your benefit, not make them wrong and try to change them.
Yes.
You can't change you. We can change your goddamn arm and put you on the fake one, but it won't be the same. So you as a person, I don't know where I was going with that thought.
Well, you can't change you.
You can't.
You can't change you. So the thing is not to change you, it's to accept yourself. Accept yourself. How you showed up. Sí, yo hago, sí lo hago. No, es que... What? That means you're not showing up in your power. You're showing up like, how do you want me to show up? Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Which way? Wait.
Yeah.
Which way? Instead of, I know who the fuck I am. Yes, I do that, and I own it. It's me. ¿Qué? No, pues está bien, pero ¿qué onda? But when you say, no, I have to change, that's resistance. Therefore, you're going to have resistance here.
And it creates...
and then we won't do this.
Yeah.
Because resistance, what you resist, persists. What you accept, transforms.
And let me read this really quick. Focusing on the things, guys, emotions, and outcomes you don't want will only perpetuate the unwanted outcome. At minimum, you create roadblocks for yourself. At the bare minimum, you're creating a roadblock that doesn't even need to be there.
We spend most of our time thinking about what we don't want instead of thinking about what we do want. And then catch yourself that when you do go to the future, come right back. Just go, yes, and then come back to reality. Because the future doesn't exist. It's not real. You painting a picture how your life's going to look is bullshit. You don't know. How do you know? Oh, because if I do this. So when you don't get what you want, now you're beating yourself up because you promised yourself a future that you don't have. So now I'm a piece of shit for not getting the future that I wanted. Because we're attached, because everything, the only way we have value is if we accomplish things, if we do things. If not, you have no value.
And how does this translate, guys, into, into deals, into our business? One way, guys, I wrote this down just so you guys can read it, but this has been me creating habits, multiple habits, and starting multiple things to do them for 2 days at a time and then stop, because I'm proving to myself that I can do it and I don't need to do it anymore because I learned how to do it and I don't need to do it anymore. And so what I started to create was just a bunch of things that I could do that I didn't do anymore.
Do you know what I found out? That when you really want to perform at a high level, you're going to be more alone with yourself. And the reason why I wouldn't go to the next level, at least my story now, is because I didn't like being by myself, with myself. You know what I said? See, with other people, you can get so far. If you as an individual, you're going to hang out with your people to feel good and you're going to work. But if you're not going to the next level, I realize, oh, I need to do more things, but I'm going to spend more time with myself.
No way.
Damn.
Yeah.
So as now I'm doing it because now I'm okay with being with myself. I like being myself. As a matter of fact, I prefer to be with myself than with any of you guys.
And what's happening, guys, is because he's okay with himself. Now he's attracting like multitudes.
So
that's what I see. That's what I see.
So now you can do the multitasks. Now no estás, ay, güey, está duro. It's like, hell no, this is what I'm about. See, now you're doing what you're doing because it's you. It's not because you have to. It's because this is what I want, and I'm committed to do what I say I'm going to do, and this is what it needs to get done. I'm willing to do it, and I'm going to fucking say good things about it every goddamn day of my life.
So, to your point, we started with awareness, and awareness being a superpower, right? And then going into now mental resistance. And I know that even when we're looking at the images, like, okay, well, this is what's going on in my brain. But guys, we complain a lot. Right? And sometimes we don't even know ourselves.
That's motive victim.
The
motive victim.
It's a motive called victim. So
the ego uses it to get his way.
So us complaining,
your way.
When you hear yourself complain, that's your cue.
Yeah, those are flags to say, hey, ¿qué está pasando?
So I wanted to ask.
My God talks to me like that. ¿Qué está pasando contigo? I don't know why he has an accent. It's weird. Like, why do you have an accent, God? No sé, pero mira, estás haciendo pendejadas ahorita. No, but you see what he told me? Sí, pero estás actuando como un niño.
And now the way I recontextualize, when I have situations where I might feel uncomfortable, or let's call it a problem, I take that voice as God's voice. I didn't think that it would sound something like Gabriel.
You stupid fuck.
So I resisted, like, if I would have talked to it, because I'm being honest.
Oh, no, not me.
Sometimes when I'm looking for something, I'm looking it to sound a certain way, so I'm attached. I'm attached to what it sounds like. I'm attached to what it should look like. And I'm, again, in resistance. I'm focusing on something that I don't want. What I want is peace.
Yes.
Right? What I want really is somebody to tell me, like, hey, go this way. Like, you're speaking a certain way. But no, he does it too much. He calls me out too much. Too much.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, that's what I want. Gabriel, I'm happy to be here. What are we working on today? And then it's about
you.
It's about me.
No, let's talk about the person that. No, I don't want to talk about.
I want to talk. Guys. I want to talk shit. I want to talk. I want to complain. I want to talk.
We don't let you.
But he doesn't let me. And it's not him letting me. It's that I'm showing up to be next to him because I'm not going to allow myself to be that way anymore. Because who I am is badass. I don't complain.
Yes.
Right. So great segue into this next. The last section here, and it's about reframing, guys. We can go into the NLP portion of it. We'll touch on it. But the process of reframing, guys, is basically what we've been talking about, and it's using language to change the content of your life within the context of what you create, your environment. which gives you meaning, right? So another way of saying this is just recontextualizing.
Yeah, recontextualize is a beautiful skill. Okay, it's not an affirmation. Affirmations are "I am the best," but your programming is "You're a piece of shit." Yeah, I'm gonna do 100 deals. Ni llamas, right? And I'm gonna make 100. I'm gonna flip 1,000 houses. Till you're afraid of all the deals. You're afraid to put your money. See what I'm saying? You can't have both. These processes, if you choose to go to them, I promise you're gonna be able to take control of that where it doesn't. You don't choose from fear and degradedness anymore. This whole thing helps you to step into your power of your true essence, as God having a human experience who showed up as Gabriel Diaz. God says, I'm going to, there's an image of like God's hand, right, coming into the earth, and it pops up and it has these little characters, but it's his hand with different characters. It's all God expressing itself in a different form. So if I begin to see you that way, that means I'm seeing that way. That means myself that way. Therefore, I'm no longer looking at what's wrong with you. I'm looking at the gifts you have. So when you say manipulation, I say, oh, gift, persuasion, comfortableness, trust, right? Ego, hell no. Conniver, thief, lack,
Snake.
See, our memory is making memories, is making stories based on our life. Remember, we went to that little picture of your beliefs? So everything that's happening, so you either can learn to do this or you can learn to function. We function like this right now. That's why to make a choice, ta cabron. Sometimes we have to talk to 20 people. And that's even worse. Because what you're telling yourself is, I don't believe in myself, I doubt myself, and God says, then let's create more of that. Let's go. That's why I created you. And like, no, but I don't want this. Well, that's what you say. That's what you believe. No, I believe that I am the best. No, you don't. You just say it. Because the way you act and the way you talk shows me that you don't believe in yourself. Awareness is your goddamn superpower. And I use the word goddamn. I don't want to offend religious people, but goddamn, that's your superpower. Awareness is your God showing you, hey, you're acting and being a certain way. What do you want to do? But if we don't give our times to learn how to do that, then we're always reacting like this. That's why I'll cuss you out tomorrow, and then day later, hey, you want to have lunch? Or you cuss out somebody and you never want to talk to them again, and you just severed a good thing that could have in the future been wonderful. We don't know. People don't show up by accident to your life, guys. You create it. Please accept that you are a part. If you really want to go through this part, you have to begin to change how you see yourself. And you don't see yourself as the human body with all these defects. Look at yourself that you are I sometimes I gave the calmate. Because sometimes too, I have to check if it's my ego. See, there's two things going on in your life right now. Your mind is the steering wheel to your body, to your life. And your ego, which is the programming that showed up, devil, whatever you want to call them, your soul, the ego, all that is your emotions, your feelings, your brain, your eyesight is all your ego. That's the vehicle, the programming. And then your true essence, the spiritual being, your essence is the part that is the awareness. So either awareness is driving you or your ego, your AI is driving you. In other words, either you're just living your life subconsciously, right? We heard the word subconsciously, the way you showed up, or you consciously begin to take control of your life, but realizing that why do I do these things and how do I not longer do that? And that, my friend, is the journey. To begin to get more information as to what steps am I willing to adapt to begin to apply them in my life, to begin. Look, all we're looking for, guys, I know that we're always looking for money and to increase our business. Our business? I want it. There goes a little accent. Tell them to grow their business. Oh, no, that's not my. Who's that? Why Speedy coming out? Hey, ¿qué está pasando? Oh, that's. See, they all just come out like, what's wrong with me? All my demons are trying to get back down, guys. Not right now. Not right now, guys. Right now, we're talking good things. So, yeah. So,
to the point that you're saying this here, guys, the purpose of reframing, the purpose of recontextualization is to separate. Well, one of them is to separate your intention from your behavior.
So, example, he says something to me, right? And I get offended. I know that's a red flag that I am in my misperception. My misperception heard information and activated all its program to make me feel like shit.
Gabriel, you're making too much money on this deal.
No, because look, I did a lot of work, and that's what we charge. I don't know, what do you want me to do? Maybe I'll talk to the broker. I don't know what are you thinking?
I'm familiar. I'm familiar.
So that shows me I got offended. That's a red flag. Say, oh, why did I get offended? Oh, because he said that. No, go deeper. Oh, because I heard this. No, deeper. Oh, my misperception that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, whatever which one it is, use the motive of whatever motive to make me feel like shit. Oh, I don't want to feel like shit. So I'm going to recontextualize. Oh, this moment was created for this person to say things to me so I can hear them and then reaffirm that I'm not what he's saying, that I am worthy and deserving. Now that I'm back into that state of peace and joy, now I can continue to talk to him without feeling that he's talking shit to me or try to prove to him that I am the right person. I already know that. I don't need to tell you that. I already know that. I'm going to hear you. So recontextualization, guys, is a powerful tool. So I'm talking on the phone and I hang up and I feel like shit. See, Gabriel, you fucked up again. You shouldn't have done that. Now look what's happening. Right? We go. Then I said, no, wait a minute. First of all, okay, something happened. Now I'm interpreting it about me. I mean, why am I putting me in this thing? Oh, because you fucked up. So instead of saying I fucked up, I said, ooh, recontextualization. Oh, great moment to learn something about myself so I don't do it anymore and be more efficient in my business. You see the difference? One, I'm a piece of shit. I fucked up. Oh, I'm glad I caught it. I'm going to make that adjustment so I can continue to run my business efficiently. Same action.
One thing that you and I have had, and we've talked about, we've had millions of conversations, is that we're able to accept constructive criticism in the form that we're able to articulate it in our mind to a way where we accept. We're not talking shit about each other. You're my friend. I'm your friend. I'm trying to help you, and your reaction is not. It used to be, but now it's like, you're right.
Yeah.
And with me, I'm still working on that part. but it's the fact that you're able to freaking articulate.
Break through that.
Just break through all. It's not a freaking attack. Yeah. It's construction.
Empowering.
Yeah, it's empowering.
Guys, when you walk into this power, it is real, guys. It does exist. Religion kind of made it all weird, but it is real. Christ's power is real because I'm able to talk to a person no matter who it is. And they say like, dude, I'm hearing you. Why? Because I don't care if he thinks what I say is good or not. I can give a shit because I know that what it's doing for my life is fucking beautiful. If you want to hear it, if not, I'm fucking good with this shit. It's not who wants to hear it.
And what it is, it's language.
It's language. It's
awareness.
It's you stepping into the power of belief that your value is who you are, not what you do. So if you can accept your value now you can go create shit from there instead of from, let me go prove that I am somebody. See, one of them is going to degrade you in the way. You could do what you're going to do, what you're going to do. You're going to reach what you're going to reach. But are you going to get there feeling joyful and powerful? You're going to be feeling like a piece of shit still. You're still going to do it, guys. You're going to complete. This thing is full circle. Learn all these things so you can frame your life in a way that you're enjoying it. You're literally enjoying, and you're making an impact to others just because you're showing up a certain way, not because you're trying to convince people of that. Come on, man. That's beautiful. Christ didn't show up, say, I'm Christ, look at what I'm going to do so you can follow me. He just showed up. Hey, ¿quién es ese güey? Hey, ¿qué está haciendo ese güey? What's he saying over there? ¿Qué trae, güey? ¿Qué? ¿Viste el cojito? ¿Cómo le hizo así? What? He didn't ask for permission. So be okay with accepting yourself. Own yourself. Own everything. When you hear people say shit about you, say, okay, is there truth in that? Is that real? Or do I just see myself like that? Maybe that's why they're saying that. Well, I don't believe that. Then why are they saying it? No, you're not a victim to nobody, guys. Take control. Everybody showed up. You are a creator creating life, and people are showing up to your movie to speak to you a certain way so you can reflect through your power who you're being. And as you begin to do that, different avatars show up, and this avatar is, hey, wait. Fuck, I dreamt of this fucking moment. Now it's happening. Without you chasing it, it's just you doing what you're supposed to do, and the life begins to there is activity on your part. Right? No está en la casa,
right?
I remember the thing about The Secret or The Top Secret, was it?
I don't remember.
Law of Attraction Secret, the book Secret, and everybody just wanted to think like, bro, I tried that, don't work. I tried it. Hey, I'm just gonna believe it, way. Yeah, well, are you gonna call? Hey, it's gonna happen. I believe it. It's mine, bro. What about the business? Hey, it's gonna happen. Fucking 2 years later, bro, I gotta make calls.
And guys, this is a quick application. When we're talking about reframing, you guys have seen, some of you have seen this. Let me just show you real quick, right? Because you have this dude, and he's running. Right, this is one frame, and it looks like he's just pushing this person out of the way and just, walking away like all happy, right? That's one frame. That's one way that we can look at life. Let's say, as an example, but when you're able to add language, when you're able to recontextualize, when you're able to reframe, you're able to see a broader scope of what could be happening. So if you look here, what he's actually doing is he's running. There's bricks on top. She's standing underneath them, and look, they're falling. So he pushes her out of the way, and look, she's alive, and he's happy, and he's going about his day. It's that simple. When you start to use language, right, that assists you in your vision.
Yeah, language patterns that edify you. Find ways to empower yourself every time you feel degraded. Practice like, I got degraded. That means my old programming showed up. So I'm now going to say something good about this moment. Yes, did happen. Yes, I said those words. Yeah, we got into a heated conversation. I accept that I participated in that. However, I don't want this to continue to happen because it makes me feel shitty. Therefore, I'm going to recontextualize. What did I learn from this moment? Because now you're leaving with a empowering moment instead of a degrading moment. Because if you don't address the degrading moment, you're going to create more. And just because you have new belief and understanding about something is not enough. You got to go practice. How do I practice? I'm going to practice not getting offended. And we get offended so easily, guys, that we can't say shit, jokes, or nothing no more because everybody gets offended. So, but we do the same thing. They might not be calling me racist thing, but they're saying something about my life that I get offended. The thing is not, I remember when I was leaving Monique, the guys, it took me like forever to leave her, man, because of my rules. I had illogical rules, guys, like, oh, bro, the kid, you know what I mean? These fucking, y mientras, I'm going to make this work. But anyways, what was my point again? Why did I fucking do that, bro?
We're talking about reframing and using language. Let me get to this point real quick. Because what I want to give you guys, and that's good, thank you. What I want to give you guys when we're looking at this, we've talked about language, but also in our business, there's a way to get us from one point to another, from getting us outside of our emotions by using conversation starters to reframe a situation. And I've put some of these up here. In fact, I've seen Stephanie, I've seen Ernesto use this. I use it myself when I post certain things, right? Because what I'm eliciting out of my own vision is more information. So what I would say is something like, if I want to reframe something, is that I'm not sure if this is for you, but it's strong to believe, right? So what did I do? I tapped into the emotional, the limbic system, because I'm not sure if it's for you. You know what that does Adolfo, let me just say this. I'm not sure if this is for you. What does that do? It touches the ego, right? Now, what's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you, but the language that I'm using will elicit information that I need to get you into the home that you want to live in. And also what's going to happen is it's going to give me information to provide you with the options that I can already give you. So I'm not sure if this is for you, but it's strong to believe that you could work with someone like me. Okay. What happened to the resistance? What happened? There's no resistance.
Because you're unattached. When you're unattached to those things, you can flow like that.
So these words, these words, the way that they're framed, and guys, in studying NLP, there's certain language that you get to use that's very common. Okay, and it's very English, whatever language you're speaking, it's actually a second form of communication, right? You've already communicated it with your body, with your essence, right? So check out the next one. Milton, look at the second one.
I know we're all open-minded.
So let me tell you this. I know we're all open-minded. Are you? Okay, so what did I get? I just got a yes. I'm going to get information that I need because he's open-minded, right? And I know we're all open-minded. So what am I doing? I'm recontextualizing the conversation that we're about to have. I'm creating it so that we are going to have a conversation regarding your vision and the vision that I am a part of, because I already showed up for you. You already showed up for me, right? So I know we're all open-minded.
Right.
You see what that did?
Right.
You already want, all you guys want to work with me already, okay? And I haven't even said anything. Look, what do you know about, Gabriel, what do you know about spirituality?
Bueno, pues voy a ir al cielo, si no voy a ir al hell, maybe, I don't know.
So these are reframing words, reframing language that will get you into essentially, guys. What I've said is this: is that you're not making a transaction, you're not making a deal, you're not creating income. That's not what you're doing. What you're doing is you're connecting to vision. And when you connect people to their vision, sometimes a transaction happens. And what happens in a transaction, money occurs or appears, right? But ultimately, you're connecting people to vision. So you got to ask certain questions of yourself and your audience that will get you there. Let's go through the next one. I'm just going to go through all of these, right? How would you feel if, Ernesto, throw something in there. How would you feel if
You were,
how would you feel if your problems were solved?
how would you feel? You had a
See,
six-pack.
and going with the theme of what we're doing, we're tapping into the limbic system, guys. We're tapping into our own emotions to extract what it is that we need to connect to the vision. You're not trying to make money. You're not doing any of that. You're connecting to vision because this is what you do. You chose to come to this earth to do this. So connect to your vision. Keep connecting. You got to use language though to attract that. Let's go to the next one. Just imagine. Just imagine. And then blah, 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 blah. Just imagine you're a broker. Just imagine you're a homeowner. Now what did I do? Look, you even got the chills probably. Just imagine.
I would like to add to that. I use that. Just pretend and imagine when we talk to clients that we came up with a number and it makes sense. I'm already setting a seed in their mind.
There you go.
Or hey, pretend and imagine.
Yeah.
Or somewhat.
Take a
magic words from you.
Exactly. Take a picture of this, guys, because this is stuff you already use, probably on the unconscious level. Okay, but you do it to yourself, right? You tell yourself, imagine, and you start imagining, right? You got to be, your awareness will catch that and you'll stop imagining. What you'll do is you'll actually take action and start using the word.
I think vocabulary is very important. I think it's underused in real estate vocabulary because you could deliver the same message in two ways, and you don't want to burn a bridge, so you use certain words so you could keep that relationship, but you still give the same message. And some people are just too like the deal is canceling or and instead you guide your way through with using you articulate a certain your message. You're still delivering the same message, but you're delivering it in a way where they are able to understand based on how you get a read from them.
Yeah.
And
I want to add to that through mirroring.
There you go. Mirror matching.
Through mirror matching. If they say property, I'm not going to say house. I'm going to say property. If they say vehicle, I'm not going to say car. I'm going to say vehicle. You know what I mean? So being aware of what they're saying, and you're like, okay, I'm going to use that against this. Because do you believe or do you agree that it's a battle? It's not a physical battle, but it's a mental battle. And it's like martial arts, right? And whoever makes the move is going to get in top, right? And you just have to be aware because when you're boxing, it's called telegraphing. That telegraphing means that you're seeing what they're doing and you're just trying to record in your mind what they're doing. So, okay, I already know he's going to jab and he's going to turn to the left. Okay, I'm going to get ready for that.
So you see what Mike does is a ton of reframing. Okay. So he'll come up with whatever he needs to. And then what happens is he networks and his business explodes. But he's not selling anything, right? We're not selling anything. We're connecting to vision. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go with one of my favorites. Okay. And it's one that I use when I want something to get done quickly. Okay. And it's taking some time. And it's this one right here. I'm guessing you haven't gotten around to signing the contract.
To move into the house, you say you wanted to move in because it was going to change your life.
Yes, yes. But you see how that right there automatically it just framed my question into the vision that they already have for themselves. Okay, so these are just some of the things I wanted to leave you guys with because I know that we're after doing this we got to take action. After realizing that we're so badass, we got to be badass.
You know what I do? What I would do if you guys are not applying this, get on the phone and have this in front of you. And when they say something, my biggest challenge for the people I train for my team is don't forget to breathe. Sometimes you get so excited, and you're like, So before you say anything, just take a deep breath and have that as a cheat sheet. And eventually the muscle memory will happen, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's pretend and imagine that we come up with a number. You're already placing, you know that's a skill already. That's something that you are aware of.
Yeah.
And you're already placing in there an image. You're hijacking their imagination.
Yeah.
Pretend and imagine. That's what it is literally.
Yeah.
Pretend and imagine that no more problems.
Yeah.
That we came up with a number and the problem is gone.
Yeah.
The tonality, the vocabulary, it comes down to awareness.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be gone. Doing that, that's you aware. Or I could say it again. Or it's going to be gone. Right? It's what he said. It's saying the same words, but being aware of how we say it, right? Well, everything is going to be gone.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. So some stuff that
Close us out.
we
bro.
talked a lot about stuff, right? I mean, guys, this is everything right here. This is everything. What are your beliefs? Well, what are my beliefs? Pay attention to how you talk. And the beliefs are not about how you should live life. It's how you see yourself. And because how you see yourself is how you should live life.
Mm-hmm.
Your attitude is not because you're a dick. Your attitude is because something about you that you're saying that yourself that is running in your life is making you to have a certain type of attitude. And that attitude is making decisions. And then those decisions is creating these traits what are habits. In other words, the pervasive in you. Like siempre hace ese way. He always does that. Right? You always doing that shit. It becomes pervasive. This is how you function now. Right? And now it creates all this stuff. This. Pay attention to your language patterns. Use your awareness. Awareness? How come you notice shit about others, but you don't notice nothing about you? So stop noticing shit about people and start noticing the shit in you so you can recontextualize.
Yes.
And start saying, oh, I'm not bad with this. No, I'm not going to say that. I don't manipulate people, man. I fucking help people to get out of their head so they can move forward to get what they want. You're welcome. See, but you can't do that if you don't understand that you have a misperception. You have one. You all have. I don't care what you say. You showed up with it. What is it? There's the same ones. I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving. I'm not good enough. Right?
Can you help me with one more?
Yeah.
Well, let's say like roller coaster sales, like let's go like the whole roller coaster. A little misperception on.
No, it's just it could be that you're still looking at your business and you're connecting to it. So my business is like that, but really you might not creating the systems or not be consistent in somewhere to create the stability in your business. And why am I not doing that? Because maybe I'm stuck in the future of how my life's going to be and not actually taking action today to create that. That's all it is, Mijo. When it comes to business, it's simple. It's the numbers. The business plans are set. What's your business plan? Well, a business plan requires this. See, but that's why I set realistic goals, way. We set these goals. No, think big. I don't even want to prospect for an hour and I want to do 100 deals. I don't want to spend money on marketing. I want to do 100 deals. I don't want to do this. And let's be honest with yourself. Don't get caught up in the hoopla. Whatever we say to you, take the information and you be bold and audacious with yourself to process it and then you move forward how you feel fit best for you. You cannot do life like me. I'm me. I cannot do life like you. So stop trying to compare yourself and just get the nuggets. Everybody showed up for you. They didn't show up to make you feel like shit. They showed up to give you information that you need about yourself so you can apply it and move forward with your life. But you can if your misperception is you're not good enough. So when a powerful, beautiful person shows up in front of you, instead of taking advantage of them, you walk away, you buckle, you don't do nothing. You told the person to show up because they needed the information to go where you wanted, but your misperception won't let you talk to that person. Because you think you're not good and you're not worthy, you're not deserving. I don't have anything good to say. I don't know what to say. If I do say what I'm telling you, me. Okay? Everything I say is me. I'm not saying you, me. I believe that I'm always talking to myself. So when I'm talking to you, I'm very choosing at what I'm going to say to you because I'm talking to myself. Oh, you're not selling a house. I know, but how I'm directing to you is how I'm directing to myself. So if I'm an asshole and a jerk to you, that means I'm an asshole and a jerk to myself. And guess what? I'm an asshole and a jerk to everybody else around me. So beliefs. Pay attention to how you speak. And then when you hear that speak, say, oh, why do I believe that? And then analyze yourself. The awareness is your superpower, guys. Awareness wants to reveal to you. It is talking to you every day. You're just not paying attention because the ego says, no, wait. Your programming is so pervasive in you that even Jesus Christ showed up, we won't do it sometimes because we're so caught up in our emotions and our feelings and what we believe is real. And I want you to tell you that everything you believe is only real to you. So stop holding yourself accountable to things that you know you cannot prove or you don't know if it's real or not. But does it empower me or does it degrade me? Me believing that I was going to hell fucked with me. I worked so hard to be good, I was miserable because I didn't want to go to hell. And then when I got rid of that context, like nobody knows where the hell you're going. I don't care who you are, prove it. We can't. Okay, now I allowed myself to be bold and get rid of all these rules that I had and say, okay, if we don't go to hell, what am I going to believe then? Well, believe something that empowers you, not degrades you. Well, I'm now going to believe that we've had multiple lifetimes and that when I die, my body dies, but I'm going to go back to the source that created me. Because Christianity teaches you that anyways. The only thing is they call it heaven and you better be good or else you're not getting in. My belief is I'm still getting in regardless of how the fuck I live my life. I like that one better.
That's how they control you.
That's why I like that one better. I don't know about you, but I like that one because that gives me liberty to be me today. I don't have to be like someone says. I can be me. God made me the way I am. So why am I trying to be something I'm not? Because it's the game of life. I don't know why. But now you have new information. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to let your ego say that's bullshit? Keep doing what you're doing, or go look more, go search more. Right? They say if you seek, you'll find. If you knock on the door will be open. If you ask, it'll be given to you. But stop asking for cars. God damn it. You have one. Ask for wisdom and knowledge and understanding of how to run this beautiful machine that you are. Look in the mirror and say, God damn beautiful motherfucker. You're perfect the way you are, man. Let's go conquer the world. Let's go give the world who you are so they can be blessed. You don't have to, well, ¿qué les ofrezco? You showing up is thank you. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you. See yourself that I am a gift to society. I had to convince myself of that, guys. I believe it now. I really do. Because why? Because it makes me feel at peace and at joy with myself. I feel confident in how I live my life. I feel confident with the choices that I'm making. I feel in control of my life, man. That feels good.
Man. And
All
with
right,
that,
recontextualize beliefs, language patterns, and then learn to recontextualize. Say the opposite. When you feel degraded, tell yourself, I am worthy and deserving of all that is great.
My grandpa always used to tell me, only through reflection you're gonna create awareness. You
Yeah,
have
take
to go
moments.
back and reflect.
Yeah.
So
If you guys want to more talk about this, you can reach out to Abraham. You can reach out to me. We talk to you. We'll help you. I'm going to tell you, though, I am going to confront you with you. If you don't want to know things about you, you don't want to be confronted, don't call me. But if you really want to grow and you really want to feel the power and go in this, call me. It's for free.
It comes back to the constructive criticism thing that we were talking about. Like
I don't try. I don't try to make you feel bad. I want you to see who you're being, right, so you can make different choices. I don't care how you are. You're beautiful. I see you beautiful, perfect human being because that's how I see myself. Not that I live like perfect, that I feel that I don't need anything and whatever I want, I'm going to go get it. And I'm not going to be a victim if I get it or I don't. I detach myself from the thing so I can flow through peace and joy and then see what happens. I want the future, but I'm not attached to the future because I'm living right now. The only thing that matters is you guys. So I'm not thinking about my bills and my responsibilities and that I didn't cold call yet and I haven't done this, I haven't done. I'm not thinking. I'm here with you right now because you are decided to show up. So I appreciate you. Therefore, I'm going to give everything that I can to you today.
Mm.
And once you're gone, I'm
Nice.
going to give it to wherever I'm at because I'm giving myself to me wherever I show up. So how did I do that? I had to believe. I had beliefs that were not good about me. I had to recontextualize, and I created a group to confront me. Like, you say that again? No, because you don't. Oh, it sounds like victim to me. Nah, because you don't understand. Oh, now illogical rules. Not like, oh, fuck, thank you, bro. Right? Come back, regroup. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. They're like, oh, man, hey, right on, bro. I see the power in you growing. You see something in your shit, Adolfo, right? Adolfo too. Adolfo, we talk all the time and all we do is empower each other. We don't degrade each other. The only one you degrade is because you are believing something not good about yourself. So the only one doing that to you is yourself. Do not give your power to nobody no more. Don't let nobody make you feel other than how you want to feel. But you can only do that when you are okay with yourself. And the only way you're going to start being okay with yourself is when you start loving and appreciating yourself for who you are, not for what you have or what you're supposed to do or be. You are what you are. You are beautiful and awesome right now, today, because you are here. Out of all the sperm that went into your mama, you showed up. You were the strongest, the fastest, and the more agile and ability to get there to be born. Can you say that about yourself every day, please?
Thank you.
Can you stop saying things that are not
I want
true?
to say something. I'm just tripping off because everything that we're talking about, I've been having this conversation with my son for the last 2 weeks.
This is not coincidence. You created this, guys, to hear the information. I didn't create this. We were just talking. We didn't look at Pichi Bela Penas, Agüita. We weren't, because we were just want to share the information. And whoever showed up is because you created it to hear information so you can continue on your journey, guys. Believe that. That's how powerful you are. You are a creating machine. You are creating your life. Own that shit. Don't be a victim to your life. Adjust it. Make the adjustments so you can create it the way you want it. Amen? Hallelujah.
Amen.